the march started here, and then it walked uptown. I didn't start here. I met up with everyone on Broadway, maybe in somewhere in Soho, and everything was going fine. It was really smooth. The police presence was it was courteous. Like it didn't feel like there were tensions rising, which was really nice. Like it really felt like they were just there to make sure everyone was safe, that traffic could get diverted. Then the march continued up to Union Square. At Union Square, there were nets starting to be casted, and it was more just to block people off from getting into Union Square to disrupt traffic. So that was the first instance I saw a net that day. So everyone gets to Union Square. Everything was still fine. There was a bit of tension just because no one knew which direction it was heading. But it was still, it was peaceful. I mean, it was energetic but peaceful. Then the police blocked off the route to go to the UN, which was kind of a murmur in the crowd that we were taking it to the UN. It was blocked off. So everyone turns around and heads back down Broadway. This is a point where it got really, the tension started to come up because there were police running in a brigade of like maybe 8, 9, running with a net stretched out. So it was running alongside the protest. Then they started running kind of at full speed. The march was happening, people were walking. They were walking quickly, but there was no running involved. And everyone saw that there were police trying to net people. So naturally, everyone starts running. And that's what I took from it. It was just kind of got chaotic there. Then at 12th and University, the net swept across the intersection to kind of divert people to the, to the west. At that point, the net kept going around. Instead of diverting people, it wrapped around me and maybe 8, 9 other people, all of which I think were women, right in front of this store, I think it was a restaurant of some sort. At that point, people are obviously nervous. I'm kind of trembling because I've never been netted by police officers before. I was standing there giving a peace sign, quite like this, keeping my mouth shut because I'm not the violent anarchist type at all, and pretty much everyone in the net we're just there. We see a man thrown down. I have no idea what he did, but we see him thrown down pretty aggressively. At that point, the group that I was with started yelling, "Shame, shame," which has been kind of a mantra when there is kind of violent police behavior. Then I look over, and a girl to my right is struck in the face with an open palm from an officer across the net. And I mean, there was nothing that could have shown that she was doing anything that would justify a physical strike. That happened. That got the group really upset. Everyone started screaming, "What are you doing? Like, stop it, stop it." Then another woman is dragged under the net, I believe by her hair, under the net and arrested. Meanwhile, a journalist, I think his name was, I can't remember his name, I think it was Jared. He was thrown down while holding a camera. He was taking a video shot of someone being arrested, and a cop throws him out of the way, an officer did, and then another officer grabbed him, threw him into the car. It's in one of the videos that's been circulating on the internet. That point, Officer Bologna, the officer that was involved in the macing, just walked straight up to the net, just kind of out of nowhere, and just sprayed. Everyone falls to the ground. That's a video that everyone's seen circulating on the internet. I was in shock. Everyone was in shock. Maybe a minute after everyone was maced, or I guess it was pepper spray. I don't quite know the difference, but a minute after that happened, the net was gone. All the police were gone. The officer that did the spraying was instantly gone. It was like a spray, and he just took off within moments. There's no medical help. Fortunately, there were medics from Occupy Wall Street that were there almost instantly with Maalox. It's like a Maalox water formula that like takes away the burning. I was lucky enough to be wearing sunglasses. So I got it more in my nose than in my eyes, but it's like kind of like a cloud situation, so it's not fun. We get all the girls, the women I should say, across the street. They're getting treated by the medic, and as soon as my friend who I was there with, one of the Chelsea Elliott, who was maced badly, as soon as she was able to kind of like see and move, we headed back towards University Place, at which point I turn around and I see the entire group that we were with pretty much zip-tied and all hauled off. Another one of my friends was involved in that. I think they arrested 84 individuals that day. And yeah, it was probably one of the more terrifying things I've ever experienced.
Wow.
Yeah.